spectrum myself with ADHD. Emotional regulation. I take on other people's emotions really easily. And yeah, very sensitive. Very sensitive. That's for sure. It is hard. That's so hard, the emotional regulation. And my son has that part too. And what's hard is it's so nice, like that you're at the level of on the spectrum where you can express that. Sometimes he's just so upset and he can't tell me why. Right. And I can't figure it out. Like, you know, I think he's getting growing pains as part of it. So yeah.
Well, I mean, you're getting to that age where
yeah, we've got that too.
Yeah. Where there's going to be a lot of changes.
Yeah. We're talking about hormonal changes. He's already got BO, so we're already there. We just haven't gotten the hand scan. They wanted him to go get a hand scan, and as soon as he needed one, the X-ray place near us changed ownership over. So I've got to find another place, the place that they could go to before they can't go to now.
Right.
Yeah, right. That is probably, I can't watch the news, Terry. It affects me, gives me anxiety. Even the news on YT, sometimes people send me stuff. I'm like, yeah, I can't.
Yeah, I can't either.
Watching that, it's not good for me at all.
There's a person that's a fan of my channel, and they keep on sending me stuff, and I'm just like, I just can't do it. I can't. I get too much anxiety.
Yeah,
and that's my thing, is the anxiety.
Yeah, some people can do it and it doesn't bother them, or they're not in touch with that it is bothering them. Like they're so used to it. Like my parents would come in, oh, cool. Hey, Suburban Hillbilly, good to see you.
Suburban, good to see you.
Oh, dog needs insulin. Good to see you. Yep. Bless your little dog. Oh my goodness.
Aww.
Ours is on like heart medication and cough medication because of really bad heart palpitation that she got. But yeah, what was I just saying? See, that's the ADHD. It just doctor said I'm very unlikely to get it. Because apparently
and I have the dyslexic memory problem, so I don't remember what you said.
Right? I got the ADHD memory problems and the dyslexia memory problem.
But it's funny because I started talking about something and she knew exactly what I was saying. You see that?
That is one superpower, is that people who are neurodiverse sometimes can almost read each other's minds.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just, I don't know how we do it, but I knew.
Yeah. My husband can't. It's too bad.
Oh yeah, no. I think that might be a difference with the sexes. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I was explaining too to people. Like I never was like Miss T is like, what was it? She's teasing me about being like the rebuttal queen or something. I forget what she called me. I was like, oh, I don't know if I like that. But because I was saying, like, somebody had mentioned craisins, and I said, yeah, but craisins also have sugar in them, Miss T. Like, she's like, oh, darn it. Like, you always, like, basically, I always have that negative thing. And I'm like, I don't mean to be that way.
Negative Nancy.
No, I don't want to be a negative Nancy.
I thought that was an interesting talk you guys had.
Immediately say no. And then he'll say exactly what I just told him, but just change a few words. I'm like, that's what I was telling you. I'm like, what? But he will start almost every encounter with me with no, and then go on to say whatever he's going to say. And I'm like, can you just drop the no? He doesn't mean to do it because he hasn't been able to drop the no. But I've been around that for 28 years now. So now it's affecting me.
Right.
And I'm like, please let me know if I'm saying no right in the beginning of my sentences, because that's where it comes from. It was not. I was not that way before being married to him for all these years.
Right. Right.
Yes, cancer is insidious. You just don't know. That's true, Bob. Like no matter what, if they say you have spongy breasts or not, and instead of dense, many of us have dense, and they tend to see it in dense tissue. You're not God. They're not God. They're doctors. They like to think they're God, but they're not God.
Right. Yeah, and you're more likely to get it if you have dense tissue.
Yeah, that's what they tell you. But so many people have dense tissue.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. And see, that's what's so hard is I wish they would make available the other scans as easy as they make radiating our breast tissue, because the radiation is not good for our cells either. I know it's yes. How'd you know, Gear? It felt like a duct tape and Velcro day. Exactly.
I get her.
Not that I would do that, but I've definitely been thinking maybe I need to oh, there goes the signal again. I've been thinking maybe I need duct tape for those diapers, man. Something.
Well, you can make it a game. You can make it a game. The higher he jumps, you do one of those duct tape or those Velcro walls, and you get him a Velcro suit.
Yeah, Gear was there when I suggested that, and another autism mother. Were you there that day in that chat?
No, but no.
Oh, an autism channel went off basically on me. Like,
oh, really?
I am joking.
Yeah.
But because this person's also autistic, that's a thing too. You take things very literal when you're autistic. It is very literal. So what you said, you meant.
Yeah,
and
we are just joking. We would not do that.
Yeah, no, I would never do that. But yes, that was what my idea was. Let me get him a Velcro wall, and then at least I can go to the bathroom.
Right.
Oh, thank you, Terry. I try. I still make up stuff in my head, though. I have a very vivid imagination that I have to. But I didn't mean to cut you off, but that was what he was referring to was I'm like either, maybe duct tape or Velcro and just put them on the wall so I can go just get the laundry or go to the bathroom, and I know he'll be there when I get back.
Yeah.
So what's going on in your garden right now, little miss? Huge garden that you keep building onto.
I'm waiting for Chris is going to help me a little more with now that I hauled these huge onions out, that everybody's growing big onions this year because there's so much water.
Yeah,
which is awesome.
Yeah,
which is awesome. I think it gives you perspective. It gives you, it actually takes this much water to produce these big bulbs. Okay. Just gardening away. I took out the onions and put in green beans, and so I'm getting ready to grow big for next year, because I emailed Mr. Hey Moon, good to see you.
Okay, Bob.
I emailed Robert, and hopefully he got that. I haven't got a response, but I commented anyways. And
yeah, those are huge. What you're pulling out, and your garlic look amazing. So yeah, I think some of the bulbs they do need extra water, but if they get too much, like down here with our soil, they can also just rot.
Yes, I had a couple rot. So hey, Christina.
Hey, Christy Betts. I haven't seen you in a bit.
Yeah, good to see you.
Good to see you. But yeah, I haven't grown them yet. I want to try, but I'm not really sure on our season. I think it's short day down here.
Yeah, short day, and then you'll have to overwinter them. So you're going to start them around yeah.
I don't know if I can overwinter anything here. That's our growing season. So they would have to go in. I don't know. I'll have to look it up and see where they go in. It might not even be suggested this far south. I don't know. Because David the Good, too, always had a hard time with them bulbing up.
Yeah.
Having enough time for them to bulb up.
Well, you have to really feed them enough greens, enough nitrogen during their where they get the green part season. And then I could see how it would be really difficult down there in your zone.
Yeah, I try to do that, Terry. He did some naughty stuff today. I do try to give him some choices, But even that's hard because of the communication. He just doesn't have the communication sometimes to understand that I'm giving him a choice. But sometimes he does, and that does work. Thank you for that suggestion. Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
It's always good to get suggestions. I mean, you think you know your child, and then somebody suggests something, and you're like, oh, right. It just opened a whole new window for me. Thanks.
Well, especially people like you who have had the medical foster and had the medical conditions with your children, with your child.
Well, and then my medical specialty basically is dealing with people that are nonverbal, and knowing and so that's where I had a strong, and then I also taught in a all autistic school. So all those nonverbal people, I was the first one to go, okay, that person has a tooth infection. That person's got this going on.
Oh, wow.
So it really was a help in a lot of ways.
I'm glad you said tooth infection, because he does keep, out of the blue, will grab his mouth, but he had like 3 loose teeth, the dentist said. They were waiting for 3 to come out. And usually he hands them to me, but I haven't seen them come out since he went to the dentist.
Right.
So if he's going to continue, I wonder if it's stuck and it's not, and he's feeling the discomfort. He's going to be 10 in July. It's going to be 10, but not a whole lot has changed except for his size. Since you and I last saw each other.
Oh, thank you. My goodness. Hi.
Yeah, it's my live, Ernie. Wow. How sweet of you. Thank you. Gosh, that makes me sad that I can't get super chats yet, but that's wonderful. Thank you for blessing my friend Laura.
Oh, thank you so much.
I'm glad to see you back around, Ernie Hatmaker. You are an OG too of the garden. I see Miss Shirley's name, and there's certain people that are definite OG. Yeah, I have some marigolds this season.
Yay!
Like 4 little plants that are still going, but I can't seem to grow them from seed gear. They just, I don't know. I either over love or under love when watering seeds.
Yeah.
It's really hard to get the balance right for, seeds. I don't know why. I've done it before in the very beginning when I first started gardening. I like direct sowing, and I'm okay with that.
I love direct sowing too. Thank you so much. That was very generous of you.
Thank God you're smarter than Patrick Starfish. He's the other one who's under a rock. You're way smarter than Patrick Starfish. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I wish I was just Patrick Starfish, so I just didn't have to deal with anything and just go under my rock and didn't think past what?
I'm so thankful that I'm learning so much this year. This year has been like a huge growth learning year for me.
Yes, it has.
I'm so excited about, and I was really excited this year because I had more space and more this, but I've been dealing with a lot of, one of the things that will really need to get up for next year is good fence, because the deer and the rabbits. I have manure all over my garden. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. And they will just eat your garden down. Both of them.
Yeah.
Will come out one morning and you'll have lost a lot with the deer and the rabbits.
Yeah.
God. Oh, wonderful that God is at least taking care of that. But I'm sorry you don't have a well right now.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. We've been having weird weather too. We had rain yesterday, thank God, but that's what we usually have, that starting spring. As soon as it is springtime, we're getting spring rains here, and we didn't. We stayed dry until just yesterday. We got a good rain.
We had more in May. We had 25 inches of rain. We had 8 inches above average in May.
Yeah.
So it was
Yeah,
crazy.
we didn't watch SpongeBob until my daughter was much older, because really it's more geared toward adults. It's really a
Yeah,
series that's
it is.
geared towards adults. But yeah, they're definitely one of those things, like if you need to veg out and not think about anything at all and it's on, I would even sometimes watch SpongeBob when things were really bad. When we were actually living with my parents, renting from them in between our house and our townhouse in this place.
Mm-hmm.
Things were going on in the house with one of my nephews.
Right.
I have a doe hangs out back of the property and watches me garden. Like, oh, cute. She might be also though watching and seeing what you're putting in. Like what kind of buffet you have compared to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much. But I wasn't one then. And that's probably why it was on in the house, because they were a bunch of stoners, my nephew and his friends. That's what, yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, that wasn't, I think that was, I'm trying to think. Hannah was much older. She was about 10 when we let her start watching it. She was about 10. And even once I started watching it, I was thinking, I probably should have waited till she was much older. Yeah, it was definitely made by some, even with those names. It's funny because that's what I call Tanzania. Is it Tanzania or Tanzania? I never know how to say. Oh, I guess Laura had to go. But yeah, it's the Bikini Bottom one. That is shaped like Bikini Bottom underneath Australia.
Sorry.
I thought you had to go. Somebody came in.
No, it froze on me, and then.
Yeah, it's the signal or YouTube or something. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I opened up StreamYard and this was yesterday during the pop-up, and I went to open my page on YouTube and it wouldn't open the YouTube page. First it was blank, then it showed me just the screen and nothing around the screen. And then finally I, closed it and opened it again and it worked. And I was like, what in the world? But
my mother-in-law, she has a hair appointment and she's like, I gotta go. I was supposed to be there at 12. She's starting to forget things really bad. So,
but does she really have an appointment?
Yes, she does.
Okay. Yes. You're not her driver, I guess.
So no. I'm only her driver when it's raining. So, but I noticed ever since she came back from her knee surgery, it's like, she's like, oh, when did you get this? And I'm like, we bought it together when you were here before.
They say that anesthesia can do that, can push it.
Yeah. And I think it did.
Shoot. I'm sorry. That's rough.
And so I've had a few things. We've been doing a lot on the property. I got a concussion because I fell over a box and hit my head.
Is that where you've been? You got a concussion?
Yeah.
I've been sick and then I didn't see you in the lives.
Yeah. And so that's where I was. Oh my God. Then my mother-in-law has been just real extra since she's been back from her surgery.
No.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Sounds like cognitive decline.
Yeah.
Very familiar, sadly.
She's losing weight. I mean, she's 119 pounds and she's 5'9". So 119 pounds at 5'9" is.
Oh, that's really, yeah. Is she remembering to just eat or wanting to?
She's always saying, I'm too full, which it's a decline thing too.
Yeah. That's early though in the decline for that. Usually the food stuff, I thought, comes.
It depends.
Well, no, it depends. Yeah, mom cut down to about one main meal, and then it was yeah. And my sister had.
But I think she's almost acting like an anorexic.
Yeah.
Where, your stomach get smaller and then you don't want to eat. But I think she's not one to push herself in anything. Like, she's supposed to be doing exercises.
Yeah, my mom didn't do her stuff either.
She just wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah. I think personality with the cognitive decline with anything new.
Yeah.
That too. It's like not gonna happen. It wouldn't happen. Yeah, I heard that too, Chrissy, with my later on after I noticed that. I would say I read about that. I should say I didn't hear it about it. Yeah, it's the drugs they used to put them under. And then too, like I noticed with my mom, who was able to take Vicodin because that was what they would treat osteoarthritis, the type that she had. Hey, Storms. That's what they would treat osteoarthritis with. That she couldn't do that anymore as she started to get the cognitive decline, like after her strokes and the what do you call it? She had vascular dementia, but they weren't calling it that then. And as the vascular part was going downhill, her ability to handle, and also as she was aging, any type of opiate it would make her.
Her blood pressure is going up a little bit too, and I think that's just her body in stress that she's not eating enough. And but
oh man, maybe
just
feed her
face. It's her kidneys, which her kidneys are moderately affected. She's at like a 53, and so she's a stage 3.
Oh, thanks for coming in, baby bear. We appreciate having you here.
God bless you.
You have to tell us his channel too, if he does a different channel for those things.
Oh, okay.
Just cool. In case. Yeah, God bless you too.
I'm going to have to come back and subscribe to all you guys.
So grandfather. Yeah, it's awful. And yeah, that's usually a telltale sign is the strokes. The strokes can cause some of that, but usually the person already has the vascular issues and then the strokes start happening. And then, the dementia kicks in. But it was really hard actually for the neurologist that I took her to. She told him outright, like some of you in the side chat don't know this, because they were living in PA and my dad had to do follow-up appointments. So I set one for my mom, and because she never did her follow-up appointments after her strokes. And she goes, if you tell me I have what my husband has, I'm walking into the ocean. And like, basically, I'm going to kill myself.
Wow.
So you have this, like, how do you say that when you were not supposed to harm a person? How do you then diagnose them and go, yes, you do have it? So we never quite knew until later on when it got worse. Hey, Urban Gardening Chronicles, welcome in. Thanks for coming in. I don't know my dog. Hold on one second. Let me check on my dog. She's barking.
Good to see you. What do you got growing in your garden, or urban gardener? Gardening, sorry. Yeah, we were talking about decline in elderly. I'm taking care of my mother-in-law, and Carol is taking care of her mother. And one of the things that I'm seeing is a severe weight loss and denial. She has a lot of denial of what she's going through and the things that she's, everything is everything is kidney disease. It's all her kidneys. She believes that she's looked up something and it's this. And my mom is the same way. My mom's going to be here for.
That would be awesome, Anne. That would be awesome. I know you were getting them pulled, and that's a lot of stress. Yeah, my mom would hyper focus on certain things. No, Resi. We have the guys next door doing the roof, but then we just also had a package delivered, and she wasn't being hypersensitive to them. And now I think the package getting delivered is making her. Even the dogs outside are barking about it.
Yeah.
Them doing it, but yeah, my mom would hyper focus on certain things and think it was
well,
certain
you know,
thing going on, and it's like, no, Mom, you don't have that.
well, I think I've noticed with her, and I think she is this way in life too, is that it can't be something I can control. Like if I just eat more, like, I suggest. But the funny thing is when she went over to my sister-in-law who cooks for her and does all these things for her and coddles her and pushes her to eat and pushes her to do all these things, which isn't right either. There's, as a caregiver, as a professional, you can't push. You can, but as a family member, you can. So it's kind of it's hard to find that.
Hard. Yeah, I always had the relationship with my mom that I could push her. My sister always had the relationship where she would hide.
Yeah.
So Mom really needed to be with me when she was going through those.
The problem with her
needed a little pushing, or same thing, she would have gone downhill a lot faster, or they would have put her in a nursing home because they couldn't handle it. Not that you can't. I know you totally are trained for it and everything, but it's a different relationship for you.
Well, she told me off. I mean, she's, and so what I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to put a little bug in my sister-in-law's ear.
Yeah.
There's 2 ways to skin a cat. I'll be right.
That's awesome, urban gardening. I wish I had more going on in my garden, but it's our season down here, this far south, that we're pretty much done unless it's tropical plants like my bananas or my pineapple. I got some soursop on the trees coming on finally. Trying to think. Mulberries are done because I have the everbearing. Waiting to see if I'll get a jackfruit this year because it has been flowering, but I'm not sure if the tree is ready to actually hold a fruit yet. I think that's it. I have my cassava, which I should probably check and maybe dig it up, but I forgot when I put it in, so I didn't watch how long it's been.
That is awesome. I just planted a bunch of seeds for squash and cucumber.
People are having a big problem with the squash bugs this year. I've been hearing.
I've had a lot of problems with cucumber beetles this year, but I'm just getting squash bugs here, so I'm starting to see their eggs anyways.
Yeah, what do you do for them in your garden?
Oh, me? BT. You spray BT.
The BT. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Oh, good. There you go. You're safe. Ta-da.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, my husband did because they were up in Ohio. My husband did that too. Ohio and Georgia. And because he would only go up for a short time, and we just decided, also because we have no place to stay when we go up there at all, like as a family. But he could stay with like a family member, but the whole family we can't. There's not room for us. But I met them before when they were able to travel and come down. I don't know what's eating the foliage on everything. Can't find the culprit.
If it's all the foliage, it's probably rabbits.
Yeah. Yep. Because you don't have iguanas, and that was basically, it was either rabbits or iguanas that kept eating all my leaves off my watermelons. And then I saw the iguana, and that's how the short came about. That short's got like,
oh, I saw that. Good for you. I was so excited when I saw that for you. I was like, yeah, go girl.
Thank you. Finally something hit. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. They're live. If you guys don't mind, I'm going to go and do a raid over at, it's actually Almost Homesteading with Janet's live. They're doing because they're neurodivergent. They're calling it the Neurodivergent Girls Chat.
Oh, nice.
Chat. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Do grasshoppers eat plants?
I I've never had a problem with the grasshoppers.
Locusts,
They lay eggs. The locusts haven't eaten my plants.
yeah,
They go after trees. So, and I think the grasshoppers do too. Bushes and trees. It's not really a.
I will, Aid, when I'm ready to go over there. I just saw that they were alive when I was trying to go to my short. No squash bugs yet. Acorn squash plants are looking. Oh, good. Yeah, you guys are all on the same schedule with plants. I wish I wasn't so far south so I could be like, yeah, my squash are.
I just got my first zucchini, and I've got a couple of melons.
Yeah. Oh, what is that? Oh, what she did. Starred. That's so weird. They automatically star it. The what Ernie gave you, that super chat. That was awesome.
Yeah. That was really nice.
Didn't start already. My phone signal's back. Okay. It was good to see you too, Chrissy Beth. Come by anytime. I'm usually live on Fridays at 2:30 if you don't have one then.
Yeah. I actually changed my mother-in-law's hair appointment so I can make Fridays with you because she was having hair appointments on Fridays, and I'm like,
this Friday I actually have Crooked Peaches coming on to talk about neurodivergency and diet, but you're more than welcome to come on because you know all about it too. Yeah, let me grab their link. Unless somebody, one of my, oh gosh, I forgot about Swoop Like Me is on too. Darn it. Hold on. These are people from Mrs. T's.
Oh, all those awesome people on Mrs. T's.
Yeah.
She's got some good people on there, good folk.
Yeah, she does for sure. Let me see if I can get the link. I'm so bad at this, it seems like. Wait, that's not it. I'm not doing it right. I don't think I'm not getting the one off the share. I did that before. Copied the wrong link. All right. This is Almost Homesteading with Janet's link, and that's give them a raid over there. Bye, everybody, for now. I'll be over there in just a minute. I've got her open, so if you guys go in, just let her know and let Peach know that I sent you guys there.
I'll be over there too.
Great weekend, Gear. I'll see some of you tomorrow at 2:30. Okay, hopefully. All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.